Okay, we are rolling. Right, Pokemon investment. You have stumbled across not only my first ever Pokemon video, but my first ever YouTube video. So bear with me. This is going to be a little bit rough around the edges, but I promise you the content that I'm going to provide and the tips and tricks for making some money in this bull market are perfectly legit. And I've been doing it for the past year to grow my collection. I started off with nothing in sealed collection, £0, now over 6k and rising. This whole channel, if this video goes well and you like it, please support it and make it grow, because I'm only going to gloss over things today in a quick format just to see what kind of audience I find, to see if there is a market for this, because I think in the UK especially, we're kind of underrepresented. There's not a lot of people talking about exactly where to go in the UK, what to buy, how to make money, and how to succeed at this hobby, really, because there's an opportunity just now to make some real money, even if you've not got a super high income. So I'm going to help you get started. So this is the title of the video. Let's just crack on. I'm not going to waste your time. How to start a collection with £50. It's not clickbait. It's based on effectively experiences I've had. And I'm trying to target this from the angle, you don't have a lot of income, but you want to take part in Pokemon. You want to start buying sealed. You want to start making some money, and you want to get involved in this collection. I'm not going to cover singles today or the single market or any of that collector side of the hobby. This is all about buying sealed product, selling it again, making profit, and then growing your fund so you can then buy more. And the whole theory is to start from £50. In the UK, even though we don't get anywhere near as much stock as the US, and we're kind of left aside in a lot of ways, we still have opportunities to buy really good products and sell them for a profit. So right now, I'm going to say 151 booster bundles and prismatic, anything prismatic evolutions, but the booster bundles in particular are what I target. They're S tier. You know, I go hunting after these whenever I can. If I see an opportunity for them, I buy them. So I'm starting to think, well, if I was brand new, I had £50 in my pocket, I want to start buying Pokemon sealed collection and start making profit. What do I do? So in the UK, we have two options, really. You've got a couple of shops that you can stop by and get these products at retail. And it's becoming harder, especially with 151, but they are out there. You've got your WH Smith, you've got your normal Smith's Toy Store, and you've got a lot of local small retail stores like your Spar or anything nearby. They surprisingly can get Pokemon stock in, and they're not as talked about as the other places. And your supermarkets, your Tesco, your B&M, they all get stock from time to time. Now, why am I recommending booster bundles with your £50? Well, it's a straightforward answer. They cost about £24 in the UK, so you can buy two of them. They're incredibly easy to sell, high resale value, and they're easy to ship as well. When you first start off, the idea of selling on eBay or, you know, packaging stuff into a box and sending it to someone can be quite nerve-wracking. I done it 8 months ago for the first time, and I remember ordering all the materials, being really nervous to start shipping stuff out, and all the scenarios in your head of it going wrong, and it almost put me off doing it. And then I done it and still do it basically every day, and recognized it's actually really, really simple and more people should do it. Option one, if you've got the time, walk around these stores, find them in your town, look for booster bundles. The other alternative, which is probably the most straightforward one, is the Pokemon Center UK website. Now, this has changed a lot in the last 6 months. It used to be that product would go up and stay up there for a long time. I mean, I saw Sword and Shield booster boxes when I first joined, and I basically ignored them. I didn't realize they were going out of print, but they were sitting on the Pokemon Center website. People were not buying them out. Whereas now, there's so many people and sneakerheads and investors in the hobby. Anything that goes up basically sells within a couple of hours, anything valuable. Now, why am I dropping this here? For the simple reason, the last couple of Pokemon Center drops have just been guaranteed money. They released 151 booster bundles on the website, I think, maybe a month ago. I grabbed two of them at retail price, so £24 each, thereabouts. And they're already worth more than double that. So all you had to do was log on this website at the right time, put in your bank details, order the 151 bundle, and your £50 would have been put into them. So, I'm going to go into a little bit more detail as to how we do that. And just adding a little caveat here, don't just buy random Pokemon products. There's a lot of stuff that doesn't sell, whether it's the big collection boxes that are hard to ship, whether it's certain sets like Shrouded Fable that just are, they're going to climb over time, but it's going to take so long that there's no point putting all your cash in that at this very moment. So for the time being, ignore all this and just focus on what I'm telling you. These are the two things that you're going to go after whilst your money is low. Now, why the Pokemon Center website? Why am I recommending this to you when you've only got £50 and you want to build yourself up to say £1,000 over time? Real simple. Drops exclusives, like I've said, at MSRP, so retail value. Anytime there's a new set, and we're about to get the mega set potentially today, as I record this, they will release a certain amount of stock on that website, and it's a first come first served basis. You get in the queue, you get onto the website, and you buy this. Now, because the market's so crazy, pretty much whenever a new set is dropped, or any product for that new set, or anything 151 or prismatic, it's guaranteed profit. You buy it out, a lot of people are not going to get on the website in time. You sell it on eBay to people who didn't get on the website or who don't know about it, and they'll buy it for a higher price. So essentially we are flipping. Pokemon Center website, you've got £50, you've never used it before. What do we have to look out for? Well, I've already glossed over this, but we sell out within a couple of hours. Doesn't really matter what goes up at the moment, the stock sells out, so you've got to be very quick. Now you're thinking, okay, that's great. Well, I don't know what time they're going to drop stuff on Pokemon Center website, so how do I know when to go online? That's when you're going to use Reddit or Discord. Now, there's a couple of ways. I actually use both of these. You can join a Reddit thread called Pokemon Deals UK. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. Set the alerts on your phone, and whenever whenever there's a big drop, there's going to be a lot of posts on this saying, go on the Pokemon Center website. Everyone's queuing up, go, go, go. Now and again, it's just a false alarm, but I would say 80% of the time, it's pretty much accurate. Sign up to that, and you'll know when all these people are queuing up, there's something probably getting dropped. So that's a good one to sign up for. The other one is to find a Discord group, and these Discord groups are pretty much only focused on targeting Pokemon product in the UK. So any shop or the website that gets some product, they will ping an alert. A lot of it you're going to ignore, and a lot of it's nonsense, but they are pretty much, they can pick up on when there's going to be a drop on the website before it's even added to the page. So it's very, very quick. So example purchase one, this is me going to give you, these are real examples, and again I can show the figures in a future video of how you can quickly flip that money. So buying 2 151 booster bundles, which I did on the PC UK website when it was dropped, that's $47.98. So most of your £50 used there, a little bit of change left over. $47.98 purchase. Current eBay value today, if you were to sell them, is £110. You could get a little more, a little less, depending on what you do. That's £62 profit. So you've already doubled your money. This is why right now, guys, the Pokemon bull market right now for making money, if you know what to do in the UK as well, strategy-wise, but this works anywhere. This has been done in America all the time, so by all means you can get useful info here. It's guaranteed money. There's a crazy demand for product. There's not enough going around, that people are paying double the price for a product that is still getting released. It's getting a bit crazy. I would never pay £110, but so many people do. I know this because I sell to them. So right now, straight off the bat, with having very little knowledge of what you're doing, just following me, buying what I tell you to buy, you would double your money in your first trade. Now, eBay, I get, is a whole different beast, and you might want to learn exactly how to become a seller on it, which I will cover. Trust me though, it's very, very easy. You could watch any YouTube video. You don't need me to tell you how to do it, and it's literally within half an hour you could learn exactly how to package a product and ship it out. The thing about the Pokemon Center website is because they ship things to you in a box already, you don't really need to worry about doing much for your resale. You just take the products out the box, make sure they're in good condition, take a couple pictures, put it on eBay, sell it, tape up that box, ship it out, Royal Mail. It's really, really that simple. On Vinted as well, which you can use as another, sales platform if you want, it's equally as simple. The InPost lockers that they use are everywhere. They're next to my gym, they're next to the supermarket. It's not hard to find them. You don't need to drive or anything like that. So very, very easy in 2025 to make money here. Example purchase 2. because I know 151 booster bundles are not getting dropped that much anymore. Pokemon Center ETBs, which is an exclusive product on the website, are becoming more popular as time goes on. And currently, the way they seem to be doing it is they're releasing small batches of ETBs on the website for really popular sets, and any new set we get also gets one. They're always the same price. They're always $54.99. Doesn't matter how expensive they get straight away after, and you flip it on eBay. So I've done this for Prismatic. I've done this for Destined Rivals. I've got the Black Bolt and Vote White, whatever they're called. They're on the way. And when the Mega Evolution set is dropped shortly, I'll be trying to grab them as well. The average sale price for these, and it can fluctuate depending on the set, of course, is about 120. So again, you're basically doubling your money straight off the bat. In your first couple of trades here, you could literally buy 2 booster bundles, sell them, get the Pokemon Center ETB. Really, if you were lucky, and sometimes they let you order more than one, like with the black and white, because it's 2 different boxes, you could order one of each. You could put that 110 into that and then flip it straight away. So you're doubling your money in your first couple trades, which is pretty insane. Again, I've listed the profit here. They're very, very close. It just shows you it doesn't really matter what you buy as long as you're buying the right product, if that makes sense. I know there's a little bit of text here, but I'm just trying to give you a taste for what type of videos I can show you and what I can teach you in order to grow your money. So why are we doing this? Why am I even making this video today? It's all about increasing your buying power. It doesn't matter if you're starting with £50, £500, £5,000. Obviously more is better, but the point is, the concept is the same. You buy products, you sell them, you use that profit to grow your pot. You can then buy more stuff over time. The only way you can mess this up is if you buy the wrong products. That's what catches people off guard. So for me, I'm only ever buying products at retail price. I'm ignoring 90% of what Pokemon releases. I don't buy all the random battle decks and all this sort of stuff. I don't touch them. Collection boxes are just, no, they're too inconsistent. I buy booster boxes, ETBs, and bundles, and that's all we need to get. So if I was you and I had done one of those previous trades in the slide that we just talked about, I would be using that money again in the next Pokemon Center UK drop, which is probably going to be today, and I would buy the PC ETBs, which we've covered. If that wasn't an option, because they're more, they're sporadic releases and there is a long gap of time sometimes where they don't drop anything that you can buy, TikTok vouchers for the UK and the US as well is a guaranteed money maker. You make a TikTok account, you navigate to the shop, and it seems to be, and this does change now and again, but it seems to be for me on my phone, every Friday to Sunday, or most Fridays to Sunday, they release vouchers. Now, you're not guaranteed them on your device, but I think it goes through a pattern, so you get them at least twice a month. There's been a recent period where I've had them every single week, and these vouchers apply to different thresholds, and there's plenty of sellers on there that sell Pokemon stuff. Booster boxes, half booster boxes, ETBs, all of that. And effectively, I just use these TikTok vouchers to flip Pokemon products. So the example I've given here, if I had that £110 from selling those booster bundles, Obsidian Flames half booster box, I've actually added a screenshot of me doing this recently because I've sold a bunch of these this month. You're getting them all the way down for £55. On eBay, they're selling for a minimum of 70. It's only going to go up because a lot of people have not got their hands on sealed booster boxes for Obsidian Flames. It's not a popular set, but people are starting to think, Charizard's on the front, it's nearly at the end of its print run, it's not really hyped or talked about very much. Should I have a box kept somewhere, just in case it shoots up? You're going to capitalize on that and sell these half booster boxes. So buying 2 of them with your £110, again, we're not putting any more money in, we're just using what we have. Current eBay resale value £140, making £30 profit. So a smaller profit than the PC UK, but you've got to remember that you can use this to fill the gap. So Pokemon Center UK is your big, you have to get on that, you've got to buy what's on. In the weeks where that is not active, I use TikTok vouchers, and I buy stuff and I slowly flip it. So I'm making a little £30 profit maybe twice a week. £30 here, £30 here, £30 here, £30 there. But then sometimes you get these vouchers in one sort of instance. You get them 3 times. They retick, so you can actually buy, if you had the money, maybe 6 of these in the one on the one Friday when the vouchers come out. So you're actually netting a lot more than that. It's just dependent on how much of a pot you've got to spend. Now, I'll wrap it up there because I could talk about this for a full hour. Me and my brother both collect and we talk about this stuff all the time. I think in the UK there seems to be a, because there's so much like I hate scalpers and I hate this or that, people almost kind of are scared away from buying some product and selling it. But for me, you know, the first thing I bought was a booster bundle at Smith's Toy Store for 25 quid, ripped it, got hooked again on Pokemon cards for the first time since the 90s. I've now got an Evolving Skies booster box in my cupboard, which is rocketing up towards £2,000 sale price, which is crazy. The only reason I could do that was because I started buying and flipping. I would not have had £2,000 spare to buy, you know, a booster box at any point in the last 8 months because I just have other things to put that money into. But because I'm buying and flipping, that profit that I generated over time, I've been buying stuff, sealed collections, sealed booster boxes, keeping it for myself. So I'm not selling everything on eBay. I'm keeping the stuff I want to keep, and then I'm selling the stuff that I'm going to make a quick profit on. So what we can do, if this has went well and you're like, yep, I want more of this, I can guarantee in future videos how to set yourself up to get every Pokemon Center drop or as many as you can. How to use TikTok for easy profit. Again, the vouchers, a lot of people are sleeping on these, and I think the window for using them is going to shrink as people jump into this. What to buy and what to avoid. Selling on eBay and Vinted anywhere you want. Noob friendly guide. I can cover the finances on that, the taxes, HMRC, anything you might be worried about. How to ship properly and not damage a booster box. It really doesn't matter. I've done all of it for you. And grown from 0 to 6,000 in the first year for myself, and that's with relatively low income going into this. I'm probably going to double that by the end of this year, and because it's a compounding effect, pushing a snowball down a hill, who knows, in 5-10 years, if I keep this going at the rate it's at, this could be a sizable chunk of money. Now, the bull market will end eventually and things will get overprinted, but until that point, as many people as possible should be jumping on these tips that I'm going to share and just make the money in the short term, because once that opportunity is done, it's done. Once everyone's kind of over the Pokemon hype for a little while, shelves are going to be stacked and nobody's going to be going on eBay and paying 2 times MSRP for anything. So we will wrap it up there.